I muted my microphone and I forgot. Absolutely brilliant. It's because I sneezed earlier before we started streaming. So let's try this again. Welcome back if you're back. We're going to try, I made a little change in OBS. I don't know if that's going to matter. All right, so now I have microphone. Just verified. We'll see how all this looks. This is doing its thing again. Hang on, what about StarRupture audio? Well, I don't know. Ah, there we go. I forgot that I needed to be into the screen in order for that to work. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. I did not reboot my PC, so I don't know if that's going to be good or not. All right, let's make sure. I'm verifying my game audio again. Okay. That's done. I'll mute this so I'm not hearing myself. Okay, we're going to try this again. And I don't remember, did I save before or after fixing the Wolfram Powder issue? I'm saying before, because we don't have our teleporter. Trying to avoid wrecking my precious polyfruits. All right, typical plan. Oh, and I did it again. I forgot I need some power. Basically, with all of this, I'm trying to change the load on my graphics card so it'll stop timing out. That's what's going on. Get a graphics driver timeout. Yep, gotta fix this. That's what's, and it's crashing everything when it does it. OBS stream, well, not necessarily the stream, but it kills OBS and the game. Okay, so let's get... Do I want to do something different with this? I don't like the 5-rail setup because it's too close together. I still think it's a problem. However, if we do the single rail setup, that means I'm going to need a lot of rails. Kind of wish there was a nice two-rail system where they were spaced farther apart. beginning to wonder now, do I want to try bypassing that busyness? Entirely? Wrong one. Why? Why is deleting this going to result in deleting furnaces? Let's do a little supporting here. Yeah, so, and still, it wants to delete that furnace just by taking this out. Why? Why would you do that? You have a supporting pillar right here. Why? No reason for this. And I could have sworn there was a pillar underneath there. Are these smelters? These are furnaces for making powder. Really? And look at that. Or overheat over here. All right. Try this again. Thought I had these at the right elevation. They weren't. What's going on with you? I've seen this with others. It skips right past the one notch. The elevation that works. You're right there. I have to move it to the side and then bring it in. Shouldn't have to do that. All right, so let's see if we can keep going with this. Okay, will you make it down there? You will. I don't really think that this is why we're crashing, but I don't think it's helping any.
Dehydrated.
Wait a minute. Dehydrated? I didn't even hear anything about starving. Interesting. Ew. You ain't gonna do it, are you? Won't allow me to do anything but put her there. And if that's the case, then I'm not going to put it anywhere but here. Really? Raising that causes interference? How? Okay. Don't know if that solves any problems or not. Let's see, that's not going to run because those aren't hooked up. Now, since we're here, let's ask the question, how much is left to utilize? How much wolframite do I have left that I can engage or use? I might have less than I thought, because I'm going to need a buttload. I do have less than I thought. I have these last two smelters. Hold on. Back up. I have the output of one smelter worth of wolframite at this location yet to use, put into service. Oh boy. So this place is almost maxed out as far as outputs once everything is actually running. I got the chemical plant is having a problem. Or should I say chemical plant number one. Partially with overheating and what else? Well, at the far end of its output is not outputting at the moment. I don't have it sending stuff to recipes. Don't have any of that turned on yet. I'm still building up stuff. Okay, I think, so at least we answered that question. We are going to have to find another source of wolframite powder. Wolfram powder, whatever. All right, so we just got done fixing that. Let's save it. That's like the second or third time we've done that. Well, we got a whole area of wolframite right up here we haven't even looked at. I'm sure that's safe. I'm pretty sure I have some wolframite here that I haven't utilized yet, but I don't think it's going to be nearly enough. We just verified this is the one we just checked. Just verified we pretty much got that used up. As far as I know, this is pretty close to being used up. This is, I think. Not entirely certain, actually, now that I think about it. This is not. We haven't touched this at all. Well, there's that possibility. Well, so we got options that we set up. Well, let's start off with going back to building a factory. See if we can start laying these down again. Furnaces. And we're looking at upwards of 12 furnaces. Roughly in this area. I'm going to take that up one notch for elevation. See what we could put in place. What do you mean not stable? Oh, that wasn't high enough. Thought it was flatter than that. All right, hang on. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 ends up setting the... All right, I'm going to have to be closer. 12 ends up setting the elevation for everything. So let's come back across. Do it again. This time we'll match 12 for elevation. There's 12. If I do this, I'm going to need calcite sheets. These are dedicated, are they not? Yes. Those are going to a specific location.
I need to survive.
Did I not specify that location? Did I not? Rosin, calcium sheet, receive 1. I didn't, didn't have this named either. All right. Copy it this time. Really? A 1-to-1. Then 2-to-2. Rosin calcium sheet 2. So all of these calcium sheets are dedicated to the rosin, synthetic rosin plant. What this is all for. Now the chemicals are for whoever. I just want to put out as many chemicals as this helium deposit will support. That's what this is all about. So all that aside and done, I'll need more calcium sheets here, won't I? Depending on where I make ceramics. I'll have to make some synthetic silicons. All right, let's do this. Nope, not synthetic silicon. Chemical. And synthetic silicon. The wolfram powder. All right, so the synthetic silicon is going to be $360. So $360 a piece on the synthetic silicon for a total of $720. That right? No, it's $180. So I should only need one of those for synthetic silicon. Now, if we change those to wolframite powder, which I think is $90 to $70. Would I be able to support that? We'll double check the numbers. But how about, let's see, hold on. That on the same elevation. Really? Too far up, are you? Wait a minute, you're the same. Hold on. You're wrong. Okay. That's what's going on. Really? Why did you change elevation? Yeah, you're good. You're wrong. What about you? You're okay. Let's fix you. Thought I had elevation set. I did not. Okay, is that where I want you? Should be. Now, let's go back on this. Yepers, that's 90 wolfram powder per minute per furnace. So that means there's 270. That's 540. But that cargo receiver would have to move. Can we? No, I don't see how. No. Okay, so we'll have to do that different. That's really not a problem, though. We can. We absolutely can. So what that means is, well, I got to get rid of you first. And you. And then, so now we're basically going to have a receiver for every 3. furnaces. Gonna be all right with that. And then we should be able to bring in the synthetic silicon in on one receiver and distribute accordingly. And then of course we have the helium, and that's gonna have to come over here, distribute accordingly. And I think this is it. Now, I'm not sure that I've allowed myself enough room here.
I'm detecting increased Ruptura activity. Prepare for a wave.
How am I doing on building materials? Little chintzy there. I say we head straight to the landing base. Ride out the rupture here. Good timing for the base attack. Oh, this is going to be hilarious. They're coming in just in time to get wiped out by the rupture. Okay. Bring it. There they are. They're bringing it. You know, that's twice now we've had this kind of timing. I do need to set up more turrets. You know, this has to be the slowest wave incoming, I swear. Y'all are gonna pay. You're gonna fry.
Ruptura's eruption has started. Prepare for impact. The base core is under attack. Hide.
That's the best way to deal with a base attack. Wait for a StarRupture to have one. Double check. Core did not get infected. I think they had just started to attack it. And what did I have? Got ignitiums. I think that was part of the reason. Plus, I wanted to go ahead and grab another stack of building materials here. Do another ignitium run. You know, I would think a rupture should also burn off infection.
Planetary temperature returning to normal.
That's what I would like to see. I think that should be a thing. Okay. Initium run. And what did I say? I believe I needed 20 more meteor hearts. Meteorite hearts. Get this base core up to level 4. We can get our level 2 amplifiers back. I want them badly. Got too many hot cores out here. Any luck with any more ignitiums? We'll run in this direction. Run towards chemical plant number 1. See if we have any more nodes. Back out this way. We found some. Aha. Last time we found a few up around. Where was it? Was it the geothite or the resonator plant did not have any. Oh, I got 3 just clumped up right here. That one should have been a twofer. Got cheated. And I forgot that chemical plant is hot. Not going to be able to use that teleporter for a bit. Could have ran to the landing base, used that one. I don't think there's any more ignitium in this direction. I was wrong. Oh yeah, we got a couple more at least. Nice. I doubt there's more here, but... Aha! There is! I have wolframite here I'm not even using. What's the deal with this? Really? Earn 20. Earn 20. That's a bunch of powder. I think the rest is all pretty much dedicated, though. I think. No, I got a smelter that's completely unused. Back to the Ignitia. I don't know. Need a lot of powder. $1,080. Where was I gonna go? Deal fight. Hello? Annie? Annie? Any Ignitium out here? No luck this time? Check over on the other side of this ridge. Oh. No luck. Got some balloon thingies. Quartz. Energy stem and 2 hearts. Interesting. And I already got these drones, and I thought there was supposed to be looking for Ignitium. And we were out of luck this time. Does that mean Resonator Base might have some? We're running out of time. Give it a try. The geophyte sings to us. Resonator Base. Ignitium? Anywhere? No. No luck. Trap. Run up here real quick just to be sure. Nothing floating around here. No. Really should set up a zip line between these two bases, shouldn't I? What's this place? This should be applicators, I'm pretty sure. This is the applicator base. Either way. No Ignitium. Screwed. Grab some hearts. This calcium not harvestable. Yes, it is.
The Raptura is in its stable stage. The climate of Arcadia is returning to normal.
Completely missed that one. There's more between here and the far north base. We do have all of this wolframite. Wolframite. I did find out about those rocks. giving you a little bit of time after they cool off. You can still harvest. Forgot about that. Yeah, that's true. What am I doing? Completely forgetting about... Okay, there was no hearts. Fine. Hearts, hey. Let's run over here. We have hearts. Always a little bit of... There's always a few hearts around here we can snag. Can't help but notice I'm not getting the original art that we used to get in this area or do at the beginning. I wonder if I built over its spawn point. Gotta remember I need to keep stocking up on these polyfruits so I can make more foods. Calorie specific food.
I'm hungry.
Speaking of,
Tasty.
grab on the way back and
I need to survive.
see, we'll drop off what we have for the foods. There we go. Picked up a toxic somewhere. Pop that off. Pop off some more ignitiums. 6 hearts? Feels like I picked up more than 6 hearts. Well, could have dropped off the 1 quartz. Good for the moment. How am I? Kind of okay on building materials. Okay. Lost the name to teleporter. I guess I could rename it. We have things to do. Like figure out if this is going to work. Not sure I allowed myself enough room. Pretty sure I'm going to want. More than 2 squares allowance here. Do I? Don't like any of what I'm doing here. I think I got that at the wrong height. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Whoops. Knew better. As soon as I clicked on that, I knew that was wrong. I did not see that working at all. Really? You were supposed to be a step higher. Why weren't you? Yeah, like right there. And this is supposed to be higher than that. Why aren't you? What's going on around here? wondered if that was going to fly. Wasn't sure about that. All right, let's get... Will you stop moving? Wasn't me. All right, let's get you in place. Now, try that again. There we go. Well, that should be helium, but what about you? You should be synthetic silicon. Not quite gonna make it there. Because of that. Because of you. Really? Now you're gonna be all wonky with the old radii? Could bring it back to here. Try that. Of course not. Not sure how much, really. How much? Okay, that still works. That works. And then from the helium, looks like that will work. I hate just using the... I hate leaving an outside open. Now the question is this going to be a Mark III or a 4? Don't know. All right, I forgot my numbers already. This should be synthetic silicon coming in. That's going to be wolfram powder. Really should have given myself a little more room. Not like I don't have any here. Okay. That's short. That should be standard. And then we bring in others. You know, I insist on bringing everything in right through that aisle. Don't necessarily have to, do I? Yes, I do. Because I say so. It must happen that way. Really? Ain't gonna work. Wait a minute. Where are you in? You are interfering with that. I didn't. Why did I not think it would? How about, whoops. We remember that we need to be high up, but that ain't gonna work. Hold on. No. Is that entirely because I have that facing in that direction? Shouldn't be. That worked. But I had this one extra high, that's why. I went opposite. Fine. What do you know? Works so much better. That being the case, boy, we're getting jittery. I'm still increasingly convinced that I really that's the wrong direction. really should consider starting over with a fresh, clean save. There we go. No. There. And then you here. Same elevation. Okay. See? Easy peasy. I think that's going to have to be... That's synthetic silicon. We're bringing in 720, 360. There. Is that right? Yes. No. That would be for the entire plant. Back up. That would be if I was doing 24, which I am, but that would be for 24 furnace setup. Have this bringing in 720, which I'm not because I can't. I'm only bringing in 360. And then we're feeding 90, 180 a piece. Correct. Those only need to be Mark 2s. Then the same with these. These are going to be wolfram powder. That's 90 for each group of 3. No, it's not. It's 100. It's 270 for each group of 3. These got to be level 3s. Ooh! I forgot. The max for level 2 is 240. These are going to be kicking out 270 a piece. That's why I'm only feeding 3 furnaces at a time. Don't have a way to feed 540 through a single dispatcher. Or into a single dispatcher and receiver. That makes sense. The max I can move is 480, and I can only have one dispatcher per receiver unless they just changed that. May want to check the notes again. Really? Pretty sure it's 1-to-1 still. Didn't see an indication setting these up. Hello. One right here. Well, I'd have to do it on the receiver side. Right where I was. So in other words, I'm okay. I just have to do this again with another 12 furnaces. I don't think I have anything available yet. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Sort of. No, I don't. For these, I still have to set up the wolfram powder. For synthetic silicons, I still have to set that up too. How about we name it? Let's see. This is the chemical. Really? No, too many letters. I really need to fix that. And that. And the editing. Chemical calcium. Synthetic silicon. Theory, I should end up with 2 of these. And I have no idea how many of these foundations I have now overlapping each other and how much that's affecting our stability. I thought I saw a foundation there, a platform, whatever. Really? There we go. Little better. Okay. That's 12. Need 12 more. So we got 240 out of each of those helium. And we need same as the synthetic silicon. $240. I need 360. Got it. No, that's right. It's 360 total. I'm driving myself nuts here. One, I'll
I'm
want,
hungry.
I'll want one of these. Not sure I want it here though. Essentially, that's how I need that set up. Now we just need to do it again. They really need a better way of setting up successive floors, don't they? I'm pretty sure I don't have enough room. I guess I can scoot this in a couple of blocks. Give me a little more room. Shall we try it? See if we can see if we can duplicate this. Try that again. Still need V2. Okay. Comes the fun part. Hold it. Probably ought to do that. Then cross our fingers. Okay. Can we? So far, so good. Don't know why I did that. Then you there. And you there. This is going to be viable. I still have room to put in dispatchers in front of both sets of furnaces. I still got to snake the helium into here and here, but I am thinking we can manage that. Pretty sure that I had locked in elevation.
Rupture activity detected. I recommend finding a safe place.
I'm hungry. Apparently I'm beyond hungry. I'm disappointed we're not getting another base attack. So we can watch them fry. I was thinking I might need to make up the balance of the synthetic silicon and the new chemical base. That's not going to work, is it? 'Cause I need helium for that too. And all the helium I'm producing there is going straight
Rapture's
into
core
chemical
is
production.
unstable. Head to safety immediately.
So wherever I make up the synthetic silicon production, it's going to have to be somewhere else.
Warning. The planet is being incinerated.
Stuttering's pretty bad, but that wave front is still pretty awesome. All right, let's see about making a little food. Nine. Of course, I already had a bunch of these. Didn't think I had any at all. Completely not paying attention to what I actually have. All right, so
Planetary temperature
yeah.
within acceptable parameters.
I was thinking I also wanted to pick up building materials, but I need intermediates too. We're burning through that. What am I doing with all this quartz building material? Not sure. Is that even a thing anymore? No. That's interesting. Not what I wanted. Obsolete building material. Right there. What do I get? Get the quartz and the intermediates. Excellent. Basically what we put into it. Very nice. Not sure that's enough for intermediates, but let's we cool down. Okay. Hold it. Iridium. Ignition iridium. Did I see sparkles? I do. And more. Okay, any more up in this general direction? Down in the valley? Down in this other valley? Anything up here on the slopes? Not that way that I can tell. Anything this way? Not seeing anything yet. Check up here again. Aha. Yippers. Sweet. Oh, we got several. Or a few. Little cluster. Very nice indeed. Let's try. Well, let's go back here again. Go for a glass plant. Do we have anything in the vicinity? I have a zip line expressly for this purpose. Got one here. One there. Starting to cool down. I was gonna say, I know I saw one. There we go. Take advantage of that, or they're completely unavailable. Not sure I can complain with that. I didn't track how many. We ended up with another 28. Nothing wrong with that. Oops. Almost set myself up with a twisted ankle there. Well, I'm running past all these meteorite hearts I desperately need. Thought I had another one up here. That's why I ran up here. Not sure why I thought that, but I thought I did. We got some this way. Would be nice to get the last of the meteor hearts before we wrap it up for this session. Now, I don't know if my little changes in how I do things are the reason we haven't crashed, but there's always hope. put this goofy drone in my way. I'm trying to mine hearts here. Thought that was a calcium section. Light was wrong.
Rupture status stable. Arcadia status stable.
Convenient source, sort of building materials. That cannot be helping things. Where? Yes. Matter of fact, there's hearts all over the place here. Or there was. Really? Start building and all the hearts disappear?
Arcadia 7 has finished regenerating.
I thought there were more meteorite hearts that tended to show up in this immediate vicinity. Could have sworn there were several. Now there's hardly anything. Thought there was one up here. Really? Could have sworn I saw one. Got that one over there, but what happened to all my meteorites?
Changing mags.
Only 11 hearts. This will give us 12. I need 8 more. All right, who's got the artillery? Ew.
Reloading. I don't see any more enemies.
You know that doesn't prove anything. Can we? We did. Before we get bombarded. I missed count. What are we up to? Not enough. $16. 4 more. And if I'm remembering correctly, that's all I need. We can get to base. Oh boy. Level 4. Gonna have to lay in some turrets. Okay, 1, 2. Really?
I'm taking the meds. Reloading. Enemy pacified.
Well, that went a little better than I thought it was going to for a second there. Really? Why? Stay on the same weapon, will you, please? Get bouncing past the machine gun. Wasn't my fault. What's this?
I can use this. Reloading.
All that for one meteor heart?
Applying med tool.
Of course, I get bombed at the same time. I see you. Although I'm surprised, only 2. I don't really see any over there, right? Across the
Area clear.
sort of lake. Marshes. Gotta be careful though, there's gonna be a Goliath. I do see a meteor though. And I hear the sound of lots of irate critters. There's a Goliath, of course there would be. Nope. Don't need any of that Goliath-y nonsense. Oops. I thought I could make this. Well. Last two.
Enemy pacified.
Okay, one. Didn't I see? Said I saw another one. Right there. $20. Now we just need a teleporter. Where's the nearest teleporter? Oh boy. There's not one here. There might be one way over there. Ew. Just in case. Flingers. Really? They're called flingers?
Acquired.
Um,
Dehydrated.
What? What's my point? Where did I say that teleporter was? Off to my left, I believe.
I can use that. Don't see any more enemies.
You said that last time. Then there was more. Teleporter over here. Is it quicker to run there or to run over there and grab the zip line? Good question. Let's hit the Tyrion's ammo plant first. Grab ammo. For the new turrets.
Just what I need.
Head to the landing base. Set those in. Going a little extra long here. Partly for the crashes and partly because I want this level 4 done. There's no guarantee the next. Well, this is the nearest monument, isn't it? See, there. There. Monument's right over there. Here. Where the majority come from? How many stacks do I have? Well, I got several. We could put in a few more turrets. Really? Well, I didn't think that could be up here. All right, fine. We got you here. Wait a minute. Is that the only one? Nope. I got that one there. Save right here. See if I remembered correctly. If this will give me... Sweet. Now I have amplifier V2. Compounder V2. Yep, it is this one. Thought so. I don't suppose we're close enough to a StarRupture for that to be advantageous. Should have waited till we had a StarRupture announcement.
Warning. Monolith activity detected.
Ouch, 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 ouch.
Area clear.
Sweet.
Warning. Increased activity of nearby monoliths.
Reloading.
I lost track of the bomber. Saw that. Where'd it come from?
Warning. Monolith activity detected.
Look at that. Oh, it's a Goliath this time. We need a StarRupture. Uh-oh. That's a lot of them. I knew I should get back here. Really? What I thought.
Dying is easy. Living
Where's
is
my
hard.
star? This isn't where I wanted to come back in. This is really not where I wanted to come back in. I still gotta make weapons again.
I'm healed.
Where did I die? Really? The latest StarRupture has been delayed for your convenience. Or our convenience.
Huh, yes. Reloading.
Probably not a good idea. Was I really that far away from a StarRupture? That went through its full cycle. Where's the pustule?
Reloading.
I just loaded you.
I'm hungry. Changing mags.
Boy, they move fast. In the cloud, especially. I was looking for the other pustule, but I didn't see it. Really? Where's the... There's turrets over here. Or a turret. Wait a minute. Who's this? Get off of me.
Changing mags.
Well, there's still a pustule that I didn't find. On the base tower. I'm gonna run out of ammo before I get these fakes dealt with.
Changing mags. No more vermin.
No more health.
I'm
It's a
taking
big
the
old
mags.
cloud, isn't it? So, missed a pustule. Where? There's still one missing.
Changing mags.
I'm not finding the other one. It's irritating. Here we go again. I'm not paying attention to that. Okay.
Continue my atonement.
Atonement.
Gotcha.
Probably didn't need to grab that. This definitely. I keep making both weapons and I don't really use them.
I'm detecting increased.
Oh yeah,
pressure
now you
activity.
show up.
Prepare for a wave.
Gonna take a chance. See if we can lure them out and about. Is that where it's been this whole time? Down low? But it seems like there's got to be another one.
Death, it's a necessity.
Not sure this is going to help any, but, well,
Rupture's
maybe.
eruption has started. Prepare for impact.
Probably not.
StarRupture has started. Hide.
So this has ended up going a lot longer than I planned on.
Warning. Extreme temperature detected.
That bothers me about those pustules. Like, where's the last one? Not going to have any ammunition, am I?
Applying med tool.
Planetary temperature returning to normal.
Now what? Things are getting a little glitchy, I think. Still infected. I meant to see if there's at least a few rounds of ammunition. Wow, the inspections spread this far. Through the zip lines, huh? Well, hang on. Does that mean there's pustules up here too? Sure enough.
I'm hungry. If I don't drink something soon, I'm gonna die. Nice.
Sweet. This is the one with food too.
Delicious. Changing mags.
There it was.
I'm out.
What do you mean you're out?
Reloading.
There's my other one all curled up. Can you reload now? That was nuts. Oops, there's corpse number 3. Hot foot. Really? Can't access it yet. Kind of hoping I could. Everything's cooling off pretty quick now. So what do we have? Cooling capacity, 6,700. Sweet. So, all right. A little bit of cleaning up around here.
Let's send this.
Pick up a few points.
Data collected.
Drop off a few ignitiums. Keeping the hearts this time. Because reasons. Did I have anything I wanted to drop off here? I thought yeah. Those. And those. Reasonably happy with that, I think. And I think we'll wrap it up here then. We've got our level 4. Along with a face full of issues. Whatever happened to the Goliath? Really, it's like you never actually got engaged with the base. I know I saw a Goliath. Odd. I know what I want to do. One of the main reasons for really pushing for the level 2 amplifier was the poor chemical base here. Constantly being overheated. I gotta be able to lay one down. Wait, what? I have to go push a button. Fine. Go push a button. Do you really want to have this? Yes. Are you sure you really want to use this? Yes. Are you really, 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 really sure? Because we don't think you're honest about it. I forgot who has it. You. There. No, let me build. I gotta wait a minute. Or 3. And I promise we'll wrap it up. It's going a lot slower than I thought it was. That's my first set of 12 chemical furnaces. But I also did all the supporting components. Calcite sheets, synthetic silicons. Used that for the wolfram powder. Hurry up and let me build. Planet's back to normal. There we go. Really? Oh, not enough resources. Still, well, that not quite enough, is it? Need another one.
I can use this.
What's your problem? Glass? I thought I had the glass coming back to you. Well, now I gotta fix that. That's supposed to be coming in. Why isn't it coming in? Really? I set all this up and I never... reestablished glass distribution? That sounded like a lot of them. Possibly. There. Okay. Still good. Let's call it here then. We have Satisfactory tonight. That's scheduled. Be at 5 p.m. Tale of Two Wastelands tomorrow at 5 as usual. And we'll be back here Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. Regular schedule. But so far so good. I'm really happy about getting that. I've been wanting this badly for too long. Now we can kind of get back to building up more bases and handling the cooling needs a lot better. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we shall see you next time.